Day 18 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. Okay, guys, we done made it to day 18, and I don't see any sign of slowing down anytime soon. So let's keep going. Today we have question number. Oh, hold on. Before I get into the question, guys, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I need you guys' help to do that. So I can't do it without y'all. So I ask that y'all just help me out a little bit by liking, commenting, and subscribing to my page. Now let's get back to the question. Today we have question number 1,431. Kids with the greatest number of candies. Difficulty level easy, so you know what that means. We're going to keep it simple and easy. We're not going to make it harder than it has to be. This answer solution is kind of short. It's short today, so it's not a one-liner, but it's close. So we're going to make it do what it do. So let's see what the question says. It says there are n kids with candies. You are given an integer array candies where each candy's I represents the number of candies the ith kid has, and an integer extra candies denoting the number of extra candies that you have. Return a Boolean array result of length n where result I is true if after giving the ith kid all the extra candies, they will have the greatest number of candies among all the kids, or otherwise false. Note that multiple kids can have the greatest number of candies. Now, by looking at this question, I can understand how it might be hard to understand. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at example one so we can see what it is that they're exactly asking. So in example one, it says input. We have candies equals an array of integers. Those integers are 2, 3, 5, 1, and 3. So we have each integer represents a number of candy, the amount of candy that a kid has. Then we have extra candies equals 3. The output is true, 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 false, true. Explanation: if you give all extra candies to kid 1, which is 2, 2 plus 3 would be 5, and now he has 5. Remember up here it says multiple kids can have the greatest number of candies. So now the greatest number of candy is 5. You add 3 to 2. Now there are 2 kids that have 5 candies. So we put true. You go down the array to the next element, integer is 3. You add 3 to 3 and you'll get 6. So now that kid, it will be true because now that kid has the greatest numbers of candy. If you go down one more, you go to index 2, there's 5. The element is 5. You add 3 to 5, you get 8. That will make kid that's in index 2, that will make him have the most candies. You go down to index 4, or excuse me, you go down to index 3. He has 1 candy already. You add 3 candies to 1, he'd have 4 candies, but it's already a kid with 5 candies. So you will return false because even if you give him 3 candies, he still won't have the most candy out of all the kids. He's going to go to school and there are going to be kids with more candy than him. He might be a little sad, Then you go down to index number 4 with the integer 3 where kid has 3 candies. If you add the extra 3 candies to the candies that he already has, he will now have 6 candies, which will return true because now with 6 candies, he has the most candies. He's the coolest kid in the class with the most candies. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at example 2. Example 2, input. You have candies with another array of integers. 4, 2, 1, 1, and 2. And extra candy is 1. So let's go down the line again. You go to index 1, you kid 1, or index 0, excuse me, and that kid has 4 candies. You give him 1, you're going to get true because now he has 5 and he's the coolest in the class with the most candies. You know what I'm saying? You go down to index 1, that kid only has 2 candies, but there's extra candies, 1 extra candy, give it to him. Now he has 3. It's still going to return false because even though he has 3 candies, it's still a kid that has 4, so he doesn't have the most. Then you go down to index number 2. That kid has 1 candy. You give him your 1 extra candy, going to return false again because he doesn't have the most candies. Kid at index 0 still has more candies than him with 4. So then we're going to go down another index, and that kid only has 1 candy too. So we're going to give him our extra 1. He still only has 2, and he still does not have the most candies in class. So we're going to return false. Then the last kid, but certainly not least, at index number, what is that? Index number 4, he has 2 candies, right? And we're going to give him our extra candy. So now he has 3 candies. But we're still going to return false because kid at index number 0 still has more candies than him. The explanation, there's only 1 extra candy. Kid 1 will always have the greatest number of candies, even if a different kid is given the extra candy. So let's look at example number 3. Really nail this home. We have candies with an array of integers, 12, 1, and 12. We have 10 extra candies this time. If we give kid at index 0, we give him our 10 candies, he's going to have 22 candies. Now he got all the candies, or he feels like he has all the candies. He definitely has most of the candies. He doesn't have all the candies. I take that back, so don't get confused. He has 22 candies. Everybody else has 1 candy. The next kid only has 1. The kid after him has 12. They were tied up, but not anymore. So we're going to return true. Then we're going to go to kid at index number 1. We're going to give him 10 candies. So now he has 11, but we're going to return false because he still does not have the most candies. He still has less candies than kid at index number 0 and the kid at index number 2. So we're going to have to return false. Then we're going to go to index number 2 when that kid has 12 candies. If we give him an extra 10, oh, he's on top of the world. You know, he got 22 candies now. He's balling. He got the most candy in the class. So we're going to return true. Now, the solution, I hope that makes sense to y'all. You just add the extra candies to each element or each integer that's in the array and see if that integer becomes the greatest integer or not in the array or not. So let's see how we are going to do this. It's not that hard. It's a 2-liner. I wish I could say it's a 1-liner, but it's a 2-liner. So let's see how we're going to do this. First, we're going to declare max candy, and that we're going to set that equal to candies dot max. So what that is going to do is the max candy is going to be whichever kid has the most candy in the array. That's max candy right there. Boom. However many candies he had, that's the max, right? And then we're going to come down here and we are going to return candies dot map. Then we're going to say $0. The 0 is going to represent each element in the array. And then we're going to go down the line and we're going to add the extra candies to each candy in the array. You see? Excuse me. And then we're going to check to see if that is greater or equal to max candy. Because remember, the max candy is the original index with the maximum amount of candies. So let's return this and see what it says. Boom, and there we go. We run it. Now let's submit it and see what it says. It's accepted 4 milliseconds, and we beat 85.97% of users with Swift. Yeah, not bad for day 18. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. As you can see, this wasn't that hard today, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. Until then, see you guys later.